going to take a quick look at this digital air compressor and see what it's like. These are very useful things to have because you can get in trouble if your tyres aren't plugged up properly. As I know, when I let one of mine be a bit low the other day, the police were most dischuffed about it, but it's all fixed now. But anyway, here we are. This is a compressor. This is a detachable digital gauge. Let's open it out and see what it's like. It's quite a large one, so it should be quite nice and powerful for blowing up your tyres nice and quickly, because some of these things take quite a little time to do it. And there is the plug to plug it into your tyres with. And here are some replacement valve caps. It's always useful to have a valve cap on the valves. You've got a light here. Now, obviously nothing will work when it's not plugged into a car, so we'll take it outside and plug it into a car a bit later on. Here's the compressor tube. It's one of these ones that screws on for depressurising your tyres if they're too highly pressurised. And here are the instructions. Oh yes, there's a 20% off your next purchase thing, and these are the instructions that tell you how to use it. I shall read these and then go and do some demonstrate a few more points about this before I find something to plug it into. If you want to take the pressure gauge off to use it separately, you press down this button and it pops off like that. At the moment it won't turn on because this thing's never had any power attached to it, so the battery inside it is flat. It's got a small battery inside it for independent operation. And then in the back here are the two pressure adapters. That one's obviously for things like lilos and inflatable boats and so on, and this one's for footballs and gym balls and things like that. And I like the way that they just clip together into this bit on the back here, because all too often these things come in a separate little plastic bag and end up getting lost, whereas these ones are nicely clipped in and unlikely to fall out unless you actually pull them out. So that's very good. And the space here for the hose and the wires to go in is quite big enough to get them back in without too much difficulty. And finally, as I suspected before, this is for deflating your tyres slightly. So what you do with this, it's an automatic pump. You set the pressure gauge for the pressure you want, and then you screw this onto the tyre, and if the pressure's too high, you release pressure until it's just a bit below what you want, press the start button, and it'll pump up to the correct pressure, and just a little bit over to allow for the leakage when you undo this thing. So here's the light first of all, which is currently on. Currently on white, it goes to red flashing, then it goes to red flashing SOS, and then another press takes it off, and then back to white. So quite handy to have a bit of extra light to see to remove the valve cap. Take the valve cap off, put the adapter on, screw it on as quickly as you reasonably can, because there'll be a small amount of leakage when you go to the setting mode again. Set to 31, so let's go down to 29. Oh, I see, you have to do that each time. Right, okay. So now I can press the adapter, reduce the pressure down, and this time it's showing me 29, and it's got to 29, so it's turned off. So now I can just undo the thing, and that's that tyre done. The other front tyre obviously